Okay, so let's say that you were trying to get on a flight to Europe and you're looking at fares and this or that, and I told you, hey, they happen to have a sale. You could get a flight for business for the same price you're looking at for economy. You would say, wow, tell me about it. Well, there's only a slight caveat. That's you have to go to Canada first to catch your flight, but it's about the same afterwards. Like you'd actually be on the same flight from the US. It's just it's a sale. Well, then you'd have to think about it. Is it worth the hassle of going to Canada? I mean, immigration's easy for US citizens, right? But the issue is not that you don't have time. It's just that all this excess work for what? Well, is it worth it to save some money or worth it to fly business class? I guess it's up to you. But the same thing about hassle and trouble comes into play in the medical field. And I just encountered it today. You would think that we don't think about such things, but being human beings, we always do. The nurse told me that, the patient's reporting more pain with her hernia. Well, I knew she had a hernia. I mean, everybody knows she has a hernia. You can see it. There's an outline there in her gown. There's a big bulge in her belly on the left side. Well, yeah, she has a hernia. I don't think that's a good thing, but it seems to be okay. She's had a hernia. Well, what do you want me to do about it, right? I'm not a surgeon. I'm a medical doctor. I don't do surgeries. I don't know much about hernias. I mean, I know some stuff about it. The main thing you worry about is incarceration that could cause a lot of pain. It could also technically be painless after it's dead. You don't want tissue dying there. You don't want gut dying. Gut, if it comes out and gets stuck, that's no bueno. She's been having bowel movements, so obviously things are flowing through, but I guess I don't know enough. Does that mean it's okay? What do you say about the pain? I could call a surgeon or I could just order a CT scan. And it's not that I don't like asking other people for advice. I just asked a neurologist for advice today. I asked another friend who's a rheumatologist. It's just that I don't like being treated as a dummy. Rather, I don't like being asked to do things that I feel it's moot. So if I were to call a surgeon, if they were to just come by, it'd be really simple. They could take a look and tell me whether it's dangerous or not, whether I really need a CT scan. I think realistically, if you know how to look at a hernia and determine, is it gone back south or not, then you don't need a CT scan most of the time. But I don't. But when I call a surgeon, they'll ask me questions like, well, is it reducible? I don't know. I mean, yeah, I technically know what you mean by reducible. You mean whether you could push it back in. But, it's very painful for people to push it back in. I mean, I'm not sure how hard you're supposed to push it back in. It's like you're working on, your car or something, and you're supposed to tighten it really hard. Well, I mean, it's a car, so it's okay. You're not going to tighten it too hard. I'm not that strong anyway. But say I'm working on a watch, a Swiss watch somehow. I'm supposed to screw it in. What if I screw it too tight and I break it? Well, there we go. $10,000 down the drain. But I mean, in this case, it's like, how hard am I supposed to push? When she has pain, do I stop? Do I say, no, 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 we're going to keep on going for a little bit longer? I don't know. They ask me these questions I don't know the answers to, and I don't want to give answers. I may have attempted something, but I don't think my attempt is valid. So we got a CT scan because it's easier. I think many times we think about life and decisions by, well, how hard is it to do this? There's a lot of other factors we should take into play, like, well, does a CT scan cost money? Does it give it radiation? Is there any risk with the contrast? All these things are very good questions, but those things don't really affect me. And so we do stuff that's easier for us. Not necessarily easy for us in a sense of, you know, I mean, calling somebody is just as easy as putting in an order. I mean, it's not that it's hard to dial a phone number. It's not even that it's hard to talk to somebody. but easy for us in the sense that mentally it's less stressful for us. And I think that's where we come in society nowadays, into this idea that, well, if there's an easier way, can we do it that way? It's not that we can't do the harder way, it's that it causes us some uncomfort. Not discomfort, but uncomfort. And when one can be comfortable, why would one not want to be comfortable? The obvious answer for that is there's many things in life that are worth achieving that are not easy to achieve. But that's a topic for another day.